to recognize that the law enforcement officers who are sitting next to and behind you, and the healthcare professionals like Dr. Trenchell, and the men and women attending this, there are hundreds of lives who likewise have fulfilled and even exceeded their potential to contribute to building and sustaining a culture that has proved the most successful in the history of mankind for the flourishing of human beings. And everyone wants his family, his or her family, and children to thrive. And I submit that what we're talking about is not really a question of the stresses on the safety net, the provision of food for the people who can't provide it for themselves, the provision of medical care, the jail, the detention services, keeping the community safe. This is about how we maintain and protect a culture that has been the most successful in the world. And that is what is at stake, too. So I'm grateful to you for having us here, for your hospitality in this great community, to show me that yet again, and to remind all of us that we must act. We must act. And the first thing we must do, I'm going to finish this way, because I think everybody's got a responsibility to say, what are we going to do? Matt Gaetz summarized it correctly, that it is a question of will. And the first thing to preserve this culture we must do is we must restore order. And the best vehicle at hand, Chip Roy of Texas is not here today, can't be here today, but his H.R. 29, which says to the Secretary of Homeland Security, notwithstanding any other provision of law, with respect to every migrant that you encounter, you must detain or turn away. You cannot just release them into the country. You cannot continue doing this to all of our support services, our safety net on which our culture depends. You cannot do this to our culture, or we will surely face not only what you just, a shocking information you just mentioned, Supervisor Lyons, about the assassinations. I haven't heard that story, I'm afraid to say. But there was this, on January 5 of this year, in I think it's Calacua, Mexico, there was a war between the Sinaloa cartel and the Mexican army, with helicopter gunships firing against people on the ground and burning cars, blocking the entrances to the town, so that the people were cowered in their homes. And that will occur in the United States of America if we do not get control of this problem. It sits squarely as a responsibility of the federal government, and we must have the will to act.